the world's first modular smartphone. Hi, I'm Michael Josh. You're watching GadgetMatch. This is the LG G5, and this is our unboxing. What I like about the G5's packaging is that LG is making a statement here. When you pull off this top part, it mimics being able to remove the bottom part of the phone, allowing the G5 to be modular. The lime green inside box looks like this. And to open it up, you just pull over here, and voila, the G5. Let's pull it out and set it aside for now. Also in the box, you have the headphones, USB cable, and wall charger. One more time with feelings. Headphones, USB cable, and a fast charge USB wall charger. You also get a warranty card and quick start guide, and a SIM card removal tool. Now back to the phone. Usually I would rip off this plastic, but do turn it around. LG wants to make sure you know how to remove the bottom part of the phone and how to remove the battery. I'll teach you later. The G5 is available in 4 colors: Titan Black, Silver, Pink Gold, and Gold. Ours comes in Titan Black, although it's more of a dark gray finish. The G5 is an all-metal smartphone. Its back finish is more of a matte spray, but if you flip it around, you get a brushed metal finish up front. One standout feature of the G5 is its dual rear cameras. You have a 16 megapixel camera and an 8 megapixel wide-angle camera. Right here in the middle of the 2 cameras, you have the flash and laser autofocus, and right underneath it, you have a home button / fingerprint scanner. Button and port placements are like this: speaker grills, microphone, and USB Type-C connector on the bottom, microphone, IR blaster, and headphone jack up top. On the right side, you have the volume rocker, and this button over here ejects the bottom module. And on the left-hand side, the SIM card and micro SD tray. This hybrid tray has provisions for 2 nano SIMs, nano SIM number 1 and nano SIM number 2, and if you need more storage, you can do away with the second SIM card and pop in a micro SD card. Up front, there are no physical or capacitive buttons, just the LG logo, and up top, an 8 megapixel selfie camera and earpiece. You'll notice a slight curve where the front-facing camera is. LG calls it 3D arc glass. We're almost ready to power on the phone, but first we'll show you how to remove this bottom module and the removable battery. Step 1, press on this button. Once you do, there'll be a small gap. Step 2, pull the bottom module away from the phone. What you're left with is this, the phone's 2800 milliamp hour battery. Now the important part. To remove, you don't pull, you want to snap off at an angle. First time's going to be tough, so you'll need to apply some force. Hold here for support, and then snap outward. Snapping it back in is the same. You match the arrows, but put in on one side and then push down on the other. And then slide it back in, click, we're ready to go. Okay, time to turn it on. Press and hold on this power button over here. You'll hear a slight vibration, and there you go, life's good. While the phone boots up, let's take a look at the rest of the spec sheet. This is what the user interface of the G5 looks like. It's cleaner, and LG has really removed a lot of unnecessary elements. Smart Bulletin, which was here before, is turned off by default. You swipe down to bring down the notification shade. But if you'll notice, there's no app drawer. Don't worry, LG is bringing it back, but you'll need to run an update. Go into Settings, General, About Phone, Common, and then log on to the Update Center. If you tap over here, and then App Updates, it'll bring down a list of updates that are available, including Home and App Drawer. So I'm just going to download and install this one first. show that to you. Once Home and App Drawer has been installed, we can now go back to the Settings menu, switch over to Display and Home Screen, and then select Home. Before we installed Home and App Drawer, we only had two options, Home and Easy Home. Now we have a third option. All you have to do is select that. And as you'll see, the App Drawer has returned. Out of the box, the G5 runs Android version 6.0.1, Marshmallow. If you look down here, there are no capacitive buttons. On the G5, the buttons are on screen, and by default, there are 4. This one over here is for SIM switching, but we can go ahead and change that. Dive into Settings, Display, Home Touch Buttons, Button Combination. Right now, there are 4. You can add up to 1 more by dragging it over here, or you can just remove this button over here, and then you can also rearrange them depending on your preference. Let's leave them at 3, and there you go. Very briefly, I want to show you the camera app. If you notice up top, there are 2 icons, one with 1 tree and the other with 3 trees. That's basically a camera switcher between the 16 megapixel main camera and the 8 megapixel wide angle camera. We'll go into camera performance in our review, but for our hands-on, it's important to note that the G5 has full manual mode for those who want a little bit more control, allowing you to change white balance. You can see ISO and shutter speed. This over here is a fingerprint scanner. Let's set it up. When you unlock, you don't have to press the button per se, you just have to tap. It will vibrate and recognize your fingerprint. Let's see how fast response time is. You just tap and it's on. One last feature that LG likes to talk about is its always on display. When the display is turned off, you'll see a very faint clock and time, and sometimes notifications. We did say it was a modular smartphone, so we're also unboxing the modules. This is the Hi-Fi Plus, and this is the Cam Plus. Let's start with the Hi-Fi Plus that LG's designed with audio specialists Bang and Olufsen. You have the module, of course, user guide, leather carrying case, and USB-C to micro USB cable. The Hi-Fi Plus is designed for audiophiles that want to listen to hi-fi audio on their smartphones. This over here is a cap, but it's more than just a cap. You'll notice that on both sides there is a USB Type-C port. Now what that means is this device over here can serve as a standalone DAC or digital to analog converter. Even if you don't have a G5, if you plug in the bundled USB cable, this side over here goes to another smartphone, and then you can plug in the headphones over here for hi-fi audio. Next, we have the Cam Plus module. It's a camera grip with dedicated camera controls. We have a pretty thick user guide and the module itself. This feels texturized, almost like leather. I'm not sure if it is. I don't think it is. There are a lot of buttons, but don't worry, we'll guide you. This over here is a dedicated video record button. This is a dedicated camera shutter button. Over here you have a jog dial for zooming in and out, and this switch over here is for launching the camera app. Now you may be wondering, how do I change modules? Remember how to take off the battery, pick up another module. Like I showed you earlier, align both arrows, tuck in on one side, and then press in on the other. Same thing here, align arrows, tuck in on one side, press down on the other, and then pop the module onto the smartphone. And that was our unboxing of the LG G5. The review is coming up soon, and we want to know what you want to see. So let us know by leaving a message in the comments section below. As always, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and visit GadgetMatch.com. Plus, follow us on social media. Until the next video, I'm Michael Josh. Thanks for dropping by.